Welcome to episode 2 of the Microphone Club. Thank you all for the support on the first episode.
Yeah.
We're back with episode 2. Me and Malachi are here to talk about what's going on now. So last week we covered some Logic stuff, some Tory Lanez stuff, some J. Cole stuff. There's been some new stuff that dropped in the last week. So we're going to talk about that today.
Yeah, we got the Plutos, so Baby Pluto and Future. So Lil Uzi Vert and Future, they collabed on 2 joints that dropped. I forgot when they dropped, it was a few days ago. So we got Patek and Over Your Head.
Yeah.
So what were your thoughts on those 2 tracks?
Well, personally, I like Over Your Head a lot. I thought it was good, but I didn't like Patek. I thought it was long. Sometimes Uzi gets a little bit annoying for me, but it is what it is, kind of thing.
Yeah, we kind of have a disagreement. I thought Patek was actually a decent song. I do agree though, it ran a bit too long.
We don't need 5-minute songs anymore, guys.
Yeah, like shorter albums, shorter songs, definitely the wave.
As time has gone on, people's attention spans have gone lower. So, like, X has full albums that are like 17 minutes long, or shit like that. Like, it's not that deep, my G.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that project. I don't know when it's gonna drop, but
if it drops, it was supposed to drop Friday, right? It was rumored Return to Pluto. That's what it was gonna be called. It's supposed to be some good features like Gunna, Drake, and Travis, but that hasn't dropped. But it does look promising with the 2 singles. Like, they're a good collab, and I'm glad on Louis 6, especially if you drop some nice features. Like, Drake and Uzi is an interesting combo to me personally.
Yeah. The production on both joints I thought was pretty good. Regardless of how you feel like Uzi and Future approached the tracks, I thought the production was A1.
Yeah, it was good. Like, the songs sounded fine. Protect wasn't mine personally, like my taste, but I really enjoyed Over Your Head. I thought Future and Uzi both were very good on it. They did their thing, you know. Uzi's running the chorus. Future had a nice verse, and their sounds meshed pretty well.
Yep. So now moving on, we got 2 albums that actually dropped the same day in 2018, both Grammy nominated. We got Astroworld from Travis Scott and obviously Swimming from Mac Miller. 2 beautiful albums.
Production was insane.
Yeah.
I personally have not listened to Mac Miller's album, just to keep it 100 with y'all, but I've heard some of his stuff. He sounds really good. He's always on his boom bap shit, which is cool.
Yeah, Swimming is one of my personal favorite albums, like, ever, to be honest. Like, it's a great album to me. Very, very also very, a lot of songs very personal as well. I think I like when Mac Miller sort of, slows it down and, gets really deep into, like, what's going on with him and stuff like that. Obviously, it had a drug problem, that affected
And his life.
Yeah, it's crazy. But Swimming is a great album. We 2018 Grammys, and people are very upset about that still.
It's kind of unbelievable how Cardi B won, because you had Pusha T as well with Daytona.
Daytona was an amazing album as well. Like,
Astro was just crazy.
Yeah, Astro was a crazy album too.
The production is just amazing. The feature list, you had Gunna, Drake, Frank Ocean, The Weeknd on 2 songs, Quavo, and fucking 21 Savage, like Nav. I love Nav. But yeah, it's just crazy. The production, you got Mike Dean and Chase B, like, it's going to be good. And Travis is Travis.
Yeah. Travis did his thing for sure. Yeah. People, also, like, compared these albums a lot because they dropped on the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, even though I do like both albums, I personally, like, Swimming is definitely my personal favorite.
Yeah, which is fine,
Yeah. But.
Oops. Oops. Okay, but, with the anniversary of Astroworld, Travis wrote a letter to the fans, and it said, Happy Astroversary, a 2-year ride. That's still one of my favorites. The album means so much to me. To everyone that bumps and rages to that soundtrack, I love you. Let's keep the ride going. See you in Utopia. So a lot of people are speculating that Utopia could be Travis's next project, because he also had an Instagram post that said Utopia, where he's like wearing like a cool spacesuit or something.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice if Travis drops. He's done a lot of features this year. The only single was The Scots, which was good, but still, like, everyone's dropping this year. I'd be surprised if we don't get any kind of project, because Travis has dropped a project every year since 2015. You had Rodeo, Birds, Honcho Jack, Jack Honcho, Astroworld, and then 2019 we had Jack Boys. So 2020, I'm looking forward to see what he does. The features, he's tried a lot of features. Some of them have been okay. Some of them have been good. Like Top 4 with Gunna was a good song. Solitaires with with Future, good song. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do. Mac Miller, I haven't listened to it, but I've heard some of his stuff. It all sounds good to me. I'll give it a listen eventually. But yeah, it's just crazy that freaking Cardi B won, but she sold bare, which isn't surprising to me. Like I saw a post of Megan Thee Stallion, which was like, oh, she has features with Beyonce, which is Beyonce, Beyonce's cool. Not Rihanna, what the fuck? Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, and I'm like, you're so cool, bro. Like, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B in 2020 is okay. Nicki Minaj in like 15, 16, she was banging, super bass, that shit went hard. Yeah. You know what it be, you know what it is. But yeah, man, I'm just excited to see, like I said this in the last episode, I'm very excited to see what we'll get from these artists, because as Malachi said too, where are they going, right? There's nowhere for them to go. They're kind of just vibing in the studio.
Yeah. Also, one thing I want to sort of touch on is like, people, I think with internet culture in terms of music, there's like we have really like bad reception of how sales and actual like compared to like what we view as good on Twitter and like Instagram as in like the hip hop community, like Cardi B winning the 2018 Grammys actually, like, regardless of how you feel about her album, like, I don't think it definitely wasn't the best album out of the other albums.
It might have been 5th.
Yeah. But just looking at the bigger picture, like, Cardi B, like, sold, she's influenced a lot of people, regardless of how, but when you go on, like, Instagram and Twitter, you only see her getting slandered. It's kind of the same with, like, it's kind of like a bit of the opposite with, like, Playboy Cardi, for instance, like, you see a lot of praise and like people giving like a lot of like hype on Instagram.
That's kind of changed recently.
Yeah.
Because he's been dropping shit after shit, and everybody wants that album, and I'm worried it won't be as good as the hype is.
Yeah.
Similar to Eternal Take. Like Eternal Take is supposed to be, like, we've been knowing about that shit for like a couple years.
Yeah.
And it's like, when it came out, it's good.
Yeah.
But it's not like 10 out of 10, blow me away, Fantano kind of shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like. With all the hype you see on like within the Twitter community, with the Twitter hip hop community, Instagram hip hop community, when comes time the album drops, I don't think he would sell over 100K first week.
Cardi?
Yeah.
No, he would. If Logic sold 221.
Yeah, but but I'm saying Logic his influence goes beyond the hip hop community in terms of like in terms of what you see on Twitter.
I just think Cardi is so like not even like influential as being a good rapper, just him in pop culture.
Well,
it's just I just feel like he would. Plus, even though he's been shit recently, it's still everyone's hyped for that album.
That's true.
Which is what it's important to me personally, because I'm gonna listen to it, probably, but it's gonna sell. It'll always sell. It's similar because every artist does numbers nowadays, because hip hop culture is so ingrained in our minds.
That's true.
So it's not about your sales; it's about the quality and production. Like for me, Travis, just for example, is always gonna sell. But I know his production is always going to be there. But for some artists, like fucking Cardi B, for example, I don't like her music at all. Not one bit. I don't think it's good. But it's going to sell because she has a huge fan base. And the haters will always listen to your music.
And it's a similar effect with Nav as well. I think, he sold 130K units first week. But all you see is slander on
Twitter. It's just hate. Like Nav fucking sucks.
130K units first week.
That's a lot of numbers.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Or like for any artist, like if you look at Juice WRLD and Pop Smoke, like Juice WRLD did like 450 or something.
Yeah.
Like immaculate. Pop Smoke did 220. But what I'm saying is, even if you didn't know who those people are, or if you don't like them, they're posthumous, right? So everyone's gonna listen to them.
That's true. That's true. So we got J. Cole.
J. Cole's gonna make the NBA, boys, and Dave East. I don't know if you guys saw that. So J. Cole's been training to become an NBA player.
You got the Pistons apparently offered him a tryout. So that's interesting. Sure. That's interesting. Dave East.
Dave East apparently said if J. Cole becomes a basketball player, he'll retire.
So that's.
I mean, okay, sure, Davies, do what you want, bro. You and your glasses. But yeah, man. So Cole has been making a lot of news lately. There was this thing about how he wore the same T-shirt twice. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Some Tupac graphic shirt. They were like, "Oh wow, J. Cole is so cool. We're wearing 2 T-shirts and this man is rich." And some guy was like, "Breaking news: J. Cole has a washing machine."
Yeah.
What's the issue with someone wearing the same shirt twice?
I think it's more so like he's a celebrity, but like at the same time
it's a nice shirt.
It's a nice shirt, and I mean, J. Cole's also very humble. He rides his bike. You see him riding his bike all the time too.
Yep. Cool. J. Cole just seems like a chill guy who looks homeless. But it is what it is, bro. I mean, personally, I mess with J. Cole. I'm excited for a new project to drop, but really, realistically, J. Cole's gonna do numbers too, right?
Yeah, J. Cole.
He's been getting a lot of hate, which we discussed in the last episode.
Yeah.
But he's gonna do numbers. Kendrick's been in the news lately. Kanye still hasn't dropped.
I mean, that's not too surprising.
Him and Kim have been making a lot of news lately. There was those pictures of them in the car, and Kim was crying. And I guess essentially, a lot of that became like a big, like him and Will Smith became like a huge. We talked about this last episode, like the whole mental health thing, when we're turning mental health into memes. But realistically, we always talk about how it's so important. But then again, we're making fun of these grown men crying over stuff like this. But obviously, they're going through some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I'm very looking forward to J. Cole's album. I think hopefully he gets some features. I know the whole platinum he can do it
with no features,
but
that's kind of sour now in my opinion. Like I don't really care.
Features are huge in terms of like making,
especially in today's world.
Features are huge. I think, especially if your project's gonna be over 40 minutes, which
most projects are like an hour.
Yeah,
if you go going mainstream.
Yeah. Like, features are going to be huge. I think, he does a lot of features, but I think he needs a lot of features on his stuff. I look forward for his next project. I mean, KOD was alright, and I think for Eyes Only and...
the reception for KOD wasn't great, too.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I personally, I enjoyed it, but...
It had some bangers, like Count It Up, and KOD was just a good song.
Yeah, and 985 as well. It was a really cool track.
It's just, some of them have been very good, but I was going to... It's just J. Cole is just J. Cole.
Yeah, just Jermaine.
Yeah, another thing that dropped recently. I don't know if you heard it, the NLE Choppa single called "Narrow Road" with Lil Baby. I thought it was fire. It's a really good song. Like a lot of people hate NLE, but honestly, I don't think he's a bad musician. He's not terrible. And obviously, Lil Baby is like the biggest artist right now in hip hop. So if you get him on a feature, it's gonna do numbers. But yeah, that song was good. But there hasn't been that many drops. The Kid Leroy dropped an album last week. I still haven't listened to it. But from what I've heard from him, he's really good up and coming. He's like our age.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it's some good songs from him. Some other stuff that has been going on is, hold on, I wrote it, I have it saved. There was the whole Pray for Young Thug, his dog died, which is kind of sad. It was like, and he got a tattoo of the dog. So Miss Tootie was the name of the dog. So rest in peace. It's never fun when your pet dies. I personally never had it happen to me. I don't know if you have.
No, I haven't.
But we both have dogs.
My fish die.
Shut up. But we both have pet dogs, right? It's just, your dog is a part of your family, so...
Yeah.
Condolences out to Young Thug. We hope he's okay. But that also brings me to another controversial topic. That's what happened recently, is the whole explosion in Lebanon.
Yeah.
We're a hip-hop podcast, but it's still important to discuss stuff like that. So our prayers and condolences also go out to Lebanon and all that. It's a really fucked up thing that happened there. Like, not to be cliche, like it's pretty messed. But I don't really know what else to say. It's just a whole explosion taking down a beautiful country. So Lebanon's a country, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope so. I don't want to sound stupid. I might have to edit that out. But yeah, praise out to them. The explosion looked brutal. I saw way too many videos of it, like window shattering, people injured, crying and screaming. It's just not something you would like to see ever.
Yeah.
And the NYPD is doing their part.
If this were to happen in England, like somewhere like London, England, or like anywhere in America, it'd be like the recession would be way crazier. I think. We should, it's something that's crazy, and like a lot of people lost their lives, and a lot of people are affected by this. It's important to be informed of what's going on
and not make assumptions.
Yeah.
I think it's important too. Just like know what's going on before you make a dumbass tweet about it. Another thing I want to talk about was Snoop Dogg's top 10 list.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty controversial as well. I don't have the list on me, but one major thing that people brought up was how Eminem was left off it, and the problem with that is that's fine. Okay, if Eminem's on your top 10, sure, but it sounded like Snoop Dogg made a point that he wasn't in the top 10. Like if he just dropped his top 10 and didn't say anything, it was okay. But apparently he was like, Eminem's not gonna be in this. Like I don't like him like that. And then everyone was like, okay, I don't like Snoop's just obviously doing this for clout and stuff. Because who cares if Eminem's not on your list? It's not that deep.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg was also in the news. He's been working with NBA YoungBoy and Blueface. Two very interesting artists. Both not very good at making music. But he did a feature on a remix of Blueface's song. It is what it is, bro. I don't really... Okay, Snoop. Do what you want, bro. Switching gears, there's been some Fortnite stuff going on. Fortnite's very involved in the hip-hop community.
Yeah.
There's the whole Travis Scott concert. Young Thug did a concert, too. There was some other stuff. But yeah, so apparently there's an update with... this is from the Rap Instagram page that said Fortnite's getting an update with Juice, Drake, Lil Baby, and Gunna, and The Weeknd. Speaking of The Weeknd, there's supposed to be a song with him and Juice WRLD dropping Thursday night. That could be fire. You never know. It's going to be sad as hell, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man. The Weeknd's fire. I mess with The Weeknd heavy. But it'd be a good collab. The Weeknd's also doing like a live animation show on TikTok. I don't understand that at all. I'm not going to know... okay, I don't really know what to say about that, but another thing was 42 Dugg has been arrested. He fucking sucks. Apparently he was on the run from the cops for 2 months, and he made like there was "We Paid" where it goes the fucking whistle. I don't know, bro. The whistle's fire, but his verse on that is fucking terrible. I'm sorry, 42 Dugg. You seem cool. But your music is bad. And you know, I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm just being straight up with you, bro. Like, keep it 100. Keep it $1.99. That shit was kind of ass. Tory Lanez has been making the news.
Apparently he got deported. There was like a whole like...
There's a whole petition saying he should get deported to Canada. And then people said that he did get deported. But he did not get deported. So yeah, Tory Lanez is... fucking
kind of goes back to the thing of, you know, don't say anything unless you know what's going on. Like people just like to say,
"Oh, Tory's been deported. I'm fucking stupid." Like what, my G? Chill. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been. There hasn't been much in hip hop the last week aside from. I just want to mention this too. FBG Duck. I didn't know who he was personally, but it's sad to see another rapper get killed.
Yeah.
We don't want to see that happening. We don't want to see any deaths. So yeah, praise out to him. Another Chicago rapper gone. The Chicago rap community is definitely hurting over this.
Yeah.
Apparently he was pretty influential. So it's sad to see another rapper go, even if you don't know who he is or listen to any of his music. Like you never want to see someone die. In the community because we're all well, not me and Malachi personally, but like they're all rappers. They like nobody wants to see someone die ever. It's just sad, especially when you're on the come up. You know, you're trying to make your music, make it big in the business. It's just unfortunate to see anybody dying, especially being shot over probably some bullshit.
Yeah. You know, it's...
DaBaby dropped his deluxe for his album. Didn't listen to that. Didn't like the first album. I didn't think it was good. I do enjoy some of DaBaby's music. Rockstar's fire. Everyone likes Rockstar. But obviously, Roddy Ricch is Roddy Ricch. You know, he's always going to go hard. But in my opinion, it's just... DaBaby's okay. He's not terrible. He's not the worst artist I've ever heard. But he's nowhere near the best artist I've ever heard.
Yeah, speaking of like the deluxe albums, like a lot of artists been dropping deluxe albums, and
Gunna dropped his.
Yeah. So you know, for me personally, like, I prefer like deluxe albums to like have no more than like 5 tracks.
Not like Pop Smoke and Uzi, where it's like another album. I'd rather you drop a separate album.
Yeah, just you know, it'd be cool if they, because Uzi sort of did that. You know, it was deluxe, but it was like also like a.
Wasn't Love is Rage?
To one of his other
Love
albums.
vs. the World or something.
Yeah, Lil Uzi vs. World 2. So it was like basically another album.
I would have rather we just dropped a different album.
Yeah. But you know, deluxe albums. But like I guess from a business standpoint, like DaBaby, like he moves numbers. Like
Yeah.
he moves numbers. So for him to drop a deluxe and add like basically like a whole like a bunch of other songs, you know, he's gonna make a lot of money from that too. So from
But I feel like if
business
you're going
standpoint,
to,
you know,
if you're going to drop a whole other album as the deluxe, you make more money by dropping a separate album, right?
that's true.
Because a lot of people won't check back for a deluxe. Like Pop Smoke dropped his deluxe, and I swear a bunch of people didn't even know it came out. But they also didn't really promote it. But I think it just it was a good way for Pops. Like they were just kind of like, okay, we promoted the hell out of the first album. Now the fans that really pay attention can enjoy the deluxe too.
Yeah.
Where like a lot of his friends and gang were on it, which is cool.
I mean, Earl Sweatshirt dropped a deluxe a few weeks ago, but it was only really one track because he dropped a single and then dropped. It was really just one new track. Mind you, the EP was only like 7 tracks before that, so it was only 9. Like ended up being like a 9-track album, but we only really got one new track. But like that's cool, I guess, you know. So
Another thing that happened, Bobby Shmurda.
he got released from.
He did not get released. So basically, what happened was there was like a big website on a big counter on his website that was like, it was counting down to August 4th, and it was like, when the day comes, will you be ready or something? So everyone was like, well, Bobby Shmurda's getting out or something, and then literally nothing happened yesterday. Everyone was like, Bobby's coming out, you know, he's got his hearing and stuff, but nothing happened. So, you know, I do hope Bobby Shmurda comes out, you know, it's fucking Bobby Shmurda, he's sick. He makes anthems, you know, good artist. I hope Pop Smoke still has a verse in the vault for him, which would be cool. I'd love to hear Pop Smoke and Bobby Shmurda on the same song. I think that could be a banger. Like, it could go platinum easily and go #1 for a couple weeks. But, yeah, some other news, Dr. Dre is in a pretty heated divorce with his wife. So apparently they signed a prenup when they got married, but she said she was like forced to do it, and now Dr. Dre's worth $1 billion. So, you know, she wants a chunk of that change, you know what I mean? So that's interesting to me. Dr. Dre's worth a shit ton of money. He's one of the most influential producers, rappers of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He's more of a producer, says, yeah, like nowadays. But that's it. That's interesting. I'm actually curious as to how that plays out for Dr. Dre, because can she really say I was forced if the thing happened? Like, there's no proof there for the prenup, which is kind of fucked. Like, the way I'm saying it's kind of fucked up, but like, you guys know what I mean. It's kind of like 25 years ago. How are you gonna be like? Maybe it did happen, right? And we'll never know because 25 years ago.
Yeah.
You'll never really, truly know, because what evidence are you gonna have from that long ago about a prenup, especially? It's hard to garnish some kind of evidence that she was forced to sign it.
That's true.
But you could also look at it a different way, saying she wants the money now. But if the prenup is signed, can they really do much in court? I don't think they can.
No.
Although I don't really know about that stuff personally.
Yeah. So speaking of like, you know, Dr. being a producer, like producers have been getting a lot of like attention in the media recently, you know, because producers, a lot of rappers are really giving producers a lot of credit. Producers sort of like coming out and like
now they're like getting featured technically.
So like who's some of your favorite like producers in hip hop right now?
I mess with Travis's producers. Mike Dean and Chase B are elite producers. I think personally. Obviously got the basics. Tay Keith, Mike Will made it.
Also Metro Boomin,
Mustard.
Yeah.
Those guys are all good.
We're still waiting on the 21 Savage tape.
Savage Mode 2?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we kind of need that.
Yeah, we need 21 to drop something, bro. It's been so long since I Am I Was.
Yeah, and that was a great album.
Yeah.
It was a great album.
Everyone would like Can't Leave Without is definitely my favorite song off that.
It's one of my favorite trap albums, I think, of the last few years.
Yeah, for sure. It was really good.
Also, there's also Kenny Beats, who if you guys aren't too familiar with, you know, he has like this YouTube channel, The Cave. Like, it's amazing. Like
No ID.
Yeah, No ID's a great producer as well.
Kanye's a great producer.
Yeah, Kanye West, obviously.
He's always going hard, but yeah, the producers have been in the limelight more often. And limelight, like, you know, Smoke Perp's freestyle.
Yeah.
Limelight. I don't know what that was. Smoke Perp. That's why he got dropped from Cactus Jack Records. He's ass. But yeah, I mess with the producers getting more spotlight because they are an integral part of every song. Yeah. They're making the beat, they're mixing and mastering, they're making the song sound good.
J. Cole's also a great producer as well. You know, he had a big contribution to So Much Fun by Young Thug last year.
I saw that, yeah.
Also, like Revenge of the Dreamers 3, I actually really enjoyed that tape. It grew on me more recently, but like when it first dropped, I liked it, but it definitely grew on me a lot more. And I like it's an amazing like collab tape, so with that whole Dreamville record label, you know. So
yeah, I was saying J. Cole also produced a lot of stuff on Everybody by
Yeah.
Logic. Like he was in on that too.
yeah,
So he's very influential on the hip hop scene. Obviously, he's one of the biggest fucking artists in the thing. Oh, another thing that happened: The Rock bought the XFL, which is not really anything to do with hip hop at all. But that's interesting. And apparently, his wife got mad at him for saying that, like, only he bought it when his wife owns part of it too.
I mean, like,
Who fucking cares? The Rock's cool. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you know, he could probably drop a rhyme every now and then if he wanted to, just by looking at him. He's cool.
yeah.
Another big thing in the news, 6ix9ine's been on his shit again. God fucking damn.
There was a video of him running. Some guy was just giving him
Like a skit or something,
I don't
where he's
know
like,
what that
"Get the
was."
fuck over here," and then the guy hands him $1. He's like, "Here's your dollar, king of New York." Okay, like I don't fucking.
It's
6ix9ine is such a clown, bro. But it's sometimes I really do find him very funny.
he can be interesting, but he should be in jail for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck he got out, bro. That's fucked up. Holy.
I don't know. He should definitely be in jail. I don't know, like the whole with cancel culture and all that. Like I don't know how like he's not canceled.
6ix9ine's producer is also very good.
His producer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who it is, but his fucking beats are insane, bro. On every song. I don't know what he's saying half the time, but the beats are good. And I'm not gonna sit here like I'm some fucking avid 6ix9ine fan, but I will admit when the beats to a song are good, and his beats are amazing.
Yeah.
He just rides them, which is pretty cool. Another thing we wanted to discuss, well, first and foremost, Don Toliver dropped a single last Friday, kind of low key. I didn't even know about it, and I'm a pretty big fan of his. But yeah, man, it was pretty good. It's Don Toliver, he's doing his thing.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk. Malachi's gonna talk about some low key artists you've been listening to. Personally, I don't really listen to any low key artists. Like the people I listen to, mostly everyone knows. But for Malachi's music taste, we're a little bit different. He's more of the, as I said before, like the boom bap, rap, lyrical stuff. I used to be like that, but I've kind of expanded into mainstream hip hop and trap. But yeah, he's listened to some interesting artists that even I've never heard before.
Yeah.
So if you want to break those down.
One of my favorite artists that's pretty underground. He's worked with artists like Earl Sweatshirt and like he's worked with artists like Earl Sweatshirt, who's very well known in hip hop. I think it's Maxo.
What's the average listen? Only 320K, right?
Yeah, 320.
That's really low.
Yeah. His music's amazing to me.
What are some songs you'd recommend?
So some song. Oh, I would recommend the album Lil Big Man, which dropped in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
That the whole album, like the production tends to get a bit repetitive, but he really switches up his vocal inflections a lot, and I think that's super cool. In 2018, he dropped an album called Smile, which again amazing album, like just front through back. He has a single called Time, which is on the album Lil Big Man, and there's a music video for it. It's a really cool video. Yeah, if you like artists like Earl Sweatshirt and artists like Mavi as well, you definitely like Maxo. He's a really, really good artist, very underground, but you know, one day I think he'll get the appreciation he deserves. So
It's cool.
yeah.
Anybody else?
That's it. That's really it.
That's like the main underground guy you listen to?
like
Okay,
the
that's
main-
cool. We're going to discuss, so Spotify does this on repeat playlist. So we're going to go through ours. So quickly I'll go through mine. Mine right now is Got It On Me, Pop Smoke's #1. That's a very, very good song. I'm loving it. It's like a dark, kind of like on the prowl song. It's very good. #2, I have the No Pressure intro. I've been bumping No Pressure a lot since it came out, and this is probably one of my favorite songs off it, aside from Dad Bod. Stargazing by Travis Scott is just fucking crazy psychedelic song.
Great song.
Wash Us in the Blood, Kanye West and Travis Scott. A lot of people didn't like this song. Frankly, it's playing right now. Word. Frankly, I enjoyed it. Travis had his 5-second verse.
I enjoyed it too. Like
The production, it's Kanye, was very good.
Yeah, it was kind of like a Yeezus sort of vibe, but then also like
Also J.I.K.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice mix. I liked it a lot. The Woo, Pop Smoke, 50 Cent, Roddy Ricch, very, very good song. Anytime Roddy Ricch is featuring on your song, is going to be good. I can guarantee that. Growing Pains 4, Logic. A lot of it's going to be No Pressure and Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, because I've listened to that lately. GB4, good song. Andre 3K saying some shit. The production was very good.
Yep.
Logic was flowing. No Bystanders, Travis Scott, Juice WRLD yelling. Party Never Ends, very good party song. What to Do, Jack Boys, Travis Scott, Don Toliver. Mike Dean was fucking crazy on this song. Very good, chill, laid back, lying in bed with your earphones on when it's a dark song. Hotel Lobby, Pop Smoke off the Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon Deluxe. Also very good Pop Smoke, basic Pop Smoke song, but I like most pop songs. It's very good. Amen, Logic, very good song, just feel good moment for Logic off the album. Carousel, Travis Scott, and Frank Ocean, very good as well. Obviously, they're all very good if I'm listening to them all the time, right? I got Shoota by Cardi and Lil Uzi on here. One of the only Cardi songs I listen to. This one and the Travis Scott song, Green and Purple. For the Night, Pop Smoke, Lil Baby, Da Baby. Da Baby had a very nice verse on this song. I like it more than Lil Baby's. Soul Food 2, Pornography, Travis Scott, the intro song off Rodeo. Cafeteria, Don Toliver, Chase B, Gunna. Very good production. Chase B, good on the beat, obviously. Very nice. Apparently, him and Chase B and Don Toliver are going to drop an album called Escapism in somewhat in the near future. I'm also very excited for that because Chase B is a very good producer, and Don Toliver's voice would mesh well with the beats he makes. I'm also talking very fast, so I apologize for that. Can't Say, Don Toliver, Travis Scott. No Photos, Don Toliver. Aim for the Moon with Quavo, Pop Smoke. Celebration by Logic, I like that one.
Yeah.
Butterfly Effect, everyone knows Butterfly Effect. Diva, The Kid Leroy, and Lil Tecca, I messed with that song too. As when I listened to his album, it sounded good. Bad Bitch from Tokyo intro, the 45-second one. Hit My Line, Astro Thunder, Solitaires with Travis Scott, Gangstas, and lastly it's Dad Bod by Logic. So that's what I've been listening to the past month or week or so. It's been really solid year for music. I've just been enjoying everything, and I listen to music a lot. Like most of my day, music's playing. So Malika, you want to get into yours?
Yeah. So the first track on here was "Huey Knew Then" off of Absol's album "Do What Thou Wilt," featuring Dash, who's I think a very underrated feature artist. People probably aren't familiar with him in general, but his features are always like A1. Then we got "Starlight" by Anderson .Paak, No Worries, and Knowledge. Again, off of the album Yes Lord. We got No Pressure Intro by Logic. We got Acapella by Daniel Caesar. Invocation by Absol. Ghost by Earl Sweatshirt and Navy Blue, which was off of the Feet of Clay Deluxe album. This is an amazing track. We got Perfect by Logic. New Roses, Transgressor song by Daniel Caesar off of his album Phrygian. Then we got Beat the Case by Absol and Schoolboy Q. Again, a great track. The beat switch is amazing. We got Amphetamine by Smino. Sorry, it's like
a tough word.
Yeah. Smino's a dope artist. We got Five Hooks by Logic. We got Get Bigger / Do You Love by No Worries, Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. And we got Portishead in the Morning by Absol. Ricky Millions by Smino. Got Open Mic Aquarius 3 by Logic. Silk the Shaka by Zay Rashad, which is one of my favorite songs ever. We got Threatening Nature by Absol off of Do What Thou Wilt. We got Relay by Vince Staples. Celebration by Logic. Matches by Mac Miller and Absol. We got Raw Backwards by Absol featuring Zakari. Then we got Hair Down by Sir featuring Kendrick Lamar off of his album Chasing Summer, which was his debut album last year. I think his first album under the Top Dog label, I'm pretty sure. We got Jody by No Worries, Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. And Tukey Knows 2 by Schoolboy Q off of his album Blank Face LP. We got Braille by Absol. Transform by Daniel Caesar. We got Vince Staples, Black and Mariba. It was like a soundtrack song from a music, sorry, not from a movie. It's called Yo Love from the movies Queen and the Slim. Then we got Great Day by Bad Villain, Tree of Life of Absol, and last we got Pyro by Denzel Curry and Kenny Beats. off of the Unlocked album, which came out.
You can tell our music taste is just a little bit different.
Yeah.
But we both like Logic mutually.
Yeah.
But you listen to that, you can tell who we listen to a lot, and like I think it's important for you guys to know what we're listening to and bumping. But yeah, other than that, just to quickly wrap up, I think we're just about done here.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening to episode 2. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, a lot of stuff happens because it's very hard to fill an hour of stuff when there's no hip hop news.
Yeah.
Or anything we can delve into. Like I feel like eventually we'll learn more.
Yeah.
But we were more organized this week at least. God fucking damn. Hopefully this camera works.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, it'll just be a box screen again. I'm sorry, but our voices are what matters, not our faces. This is why we do a podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all for listening. Again, prayers out for Lebanon. Really hoping that everything goes well. It's gonna be a while to bounce back from that.
Yeah.
And I really hope we learn what the actual cause was because that's really fucked. Other than that, next week we can discuss the weekend dropping with Juice. Other than that, there's nothing really major. Hopefully,
also Amine is dropping his project. I think he was dropping on the 7th, and I'm really looking forward to that because you got features with JID, Vince Staples, Slow Tie, Young Thug, obviously with the compensating single. I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, some stuff to look forward to.
Not too much, unfortunately. But we'll be back next week. We'll find stuff. There's always something going on in the fucking hip hop world.
Yeah.
Beef, someone unfortunately dying, or just a bunch of shit, people dropping. We never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to what we're gonna get this summer. And with the summer wrapping up, we're supposed to get a couple of projects. Drake's still yet to drop. I'm looking forward to that. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in to episode 2 of the Microphone Club. It's been Nick, it's been Malachi. We hope you have a good day or a good night whenever you're listening to this.
And be safe. Wear a mask.
Maybe you're putting this on while you're sleeping, you know? Black Lives Matter, equality, and all that good shit. Good night, everybody.